the team. But guess what? We the fucking champ.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive, pulls back, baseline, jumper's good! OKC with their first lead of the second half. Williams has been hot all night, falling away, got it! 40 points for Jaylin Williams. 28 remaining, Holmgren down the lane! A Holmgren hammer, and it's back up to a dozen.
This is Udart. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, and welcome to the Uncontested Podcast. Coming to you live Sunday, October 5th. We got basketball today, boys. I am your host for the evening, Jacob Niffen. I've got the whole starting five with me today. We've got our shoot the ball every time shooting guard, Nick Crane.
I'm first. Hello. Wasn't prepared.
He wasn't ready.
We've got our 3-and-D, but can't shoot the three, small forward, Taylor Peterson.
I love that I'm playing small forward, you know?
He's just D.
Makes it feel big.
He's just D. We have positive wingspan power forward, J.D. Silva.
Fellas, it's been a while.
JD stands for Just D Silva.
Just
All right.
D. We have undersized starting center, Justin Peabody.
Hello, everybody.
Who are you?
I'm the point guard, buddy.
He's our Lamar Odom.
The lefty point guard with no vision.
But a big
I'm
heart.
the best passer on this podcast, buddy.
You bashed at everybody else, so I just gotta bash on you.
He looks like Alex Caruso.
I'm the can't dribble point guard. All right, that's more accurate.
You're like
he can pass, but he's got no handles.
You're kind of like Corey Brewer.
Corey Brewer, the drunken dribbler.
You're like a Julius Randle, but we don't hate you.
We don't hate you.
Well,
why do you hate Julius Randle? What has he ever done?
Oh, nothing.
He's like
How
the least.
old? You need a reason?
How old is
never done
Julius
anything
Randle?
to the Thunder? Like 29.
He looks like he's 45.
He's looked like that since he was in college at Kentucky.
He's looked like that since junior high.
Yeah.
He really has.
He came in a freshman in high school with a mortgage and 2 kids.
He's from Plano.
He's
Like
30
He
years
did
old.
what to a freshman in high school?
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
Move on.
I don't know.
This is why we
I don't
don't
know.
let Taylor on the podcast.
It's been a long time.
Already
since we had
cracked
We are brought to you by the Blue Wire Podcast Network and the homies over at Prairie Artisan Ales.
Whoa. Fourth quarter.
A little shifty Vienna lager over here.
Vienna sausage. I used to eat those out of a can.
Me too, brother.
What if I cracked open a can of Vienna sausages?
I would
and
respect
just
the hell out of it.
started slurping.
This is what happens when we go.
Nick, you gonna crack that bad boy?
My caveat was I already cracked it. It was so dang good.
Pre-cracked.
I couldn't wait for the intros.
Pre-cracked.
We also have a Patreon you can join if you'd like to do that. That'd be kind of cool. It's right above JD's head. It'll also be in the podcast description link. I think that's all I have to plug. If you would like to sponsor the show this season and you own a business that's cool and doesn't sell weed or guns, hit us up.
Unless you sell weed guns, in which case I'm interested.
We draw the line at CBD.
Little
If
teaser.
you pay us enough, we may sponsor your or we may let your show be a sponsor.
No,
if you pay
I had a golf tournament, Donnie, here about a week ago, and your boy's looking tan. Hey,
if you own a spray tan company and you want to sponsor the podcast and have Taylor go get a spray tan.
I don't need spray tans. I stay dark year round. Shout out, Little Caesar.
Did you say shout out Little Caesars?
What's happening?
A little teaser. And I started laughing. We do have a new sponsor on deck. It is not related to food or beverages like our previous podcast sponsors, but I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be great, especially if you live in Oklahoma. Very applicable. So stay tuned. And like Jacob said, If any of you all want to sponsor the pod, let us know.
Well done, Taylor.
Let's talk basketball.
Let's talk basketball.
I was going to talk about my list of greatest modern inventions that I built when I've been sick. I was just laying in bed.
Let's
I
hear.
was
it.
like,
Is
well,
that what
I'm
you
not
do
gonna-
when you're sick?
Well,
Wait. First.
I'm not going to give you all 11
Well, you need all 11 in order.
There's
But
11?
first, what is
so
modern?
far.
What's the
just
what's
like
the threshold?
since I've been alive.
It's
The last 15
very modern.
years.
I was about
Yeah.
to say.
The last 15
Since the year
years.
2000.
These are not ranked. They're just, I've just been thinking, spent a lot of time at airports
Okay.
recently.
Can I guess?
Long layovers.
Some of them are.
Can you guess?
Nick, if you guess any of these 11, I'll give you $5 per
Air fryer.
guess.
Uber.
Holy shit, Jacob. That is on the list.
I know it's on the list. Is,
That's
is
number
Uber
5.
on the list?
No.
How is Uber not on the list?
Look, I can always add it.
I
Let me
mean,
go
that's-
through-
that is like
can
maybe
The
add
the
little
most list.
handheld video game thing you play.
That was on the list, but I took it off
Oh,
because I didn't think anybody would know what the hell that is. Anyway, here's the list. Number 1, Coke Zero.
oh, brother.
What?
You can drink
Speak-
as much as you want. It tastes
Speaking
just
Jacob's
like Coke.
language.
This is very much a personal list.
Yes. Number 2, NFL Red Zone.
Yes. Yes.
Number 3, number 3, Elden Ring.
Okay. Wow. Elden
Jesus
Ring got a high rating.
Number 4, that iPhone feature where if you get sent a verification code, it like auto populates the field for you. Number 5, air fryer. Number 6, mobile ordering. Just like ordering ahead and you go pick it up in store. It's just there in the bag for you. Number 7, the digital
Not
wallet.
delivery.
No,
The
not
digital
delivery.
wallet.
The digital wallet. You can have your
Okay.
boarding passes, your tickets on your phone. Number 8, Lime scooters.
What?
So much fun.
Lime scooters, but not Uber.
So it's out there scootering around downtown OKC.
Number 9, AirPods.
That's
Number
a good
10,
one. That's a good one.
Number 10, Zins. number Number 11.
I didn't
the
know you were a
kno-
Zen guy.
Number 11, the
Uh.
knocked out by Shay's Aura TikTok.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's all I got so far.
You
That
really
was
were
quite a
sick.
ride.
Yeah.
He thought through that.
I'll keep adding to it.
Artificial
Weird.
intelligence.
Oh man.
Oh man, I love that GPT.
Yep.
It's my best friend.
I'm not
Oh.
gonna lie, Silva. That's not a very good list.
Wow.
That's
I
I thought
fine.
it was a great
Like,
list.
like for you personally, it's a great list. But I think for the
That's what
average,
matters.
the average listener, if they were like going through those, I think
But
most of them
Silva
would
was
be
thinking
saying-
about himself while he was
I'm not
sick. He
gonna
wasn't
put-
sitting there saying,
I was
"I
gonna
wonder
say,
what the average listener would like."
No. But it's I thought the list was gonna be like the biggest society, like advances to society.
No.
Advances to Silva's society.
It's
It's things that you enjoy that are more modern. Okay, I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah,
I
I'm not gonna
misunderstood. I misunderstood the list. Like
Oh.
Yeah.
like flat screen TV would have been on the list
That
over
could
a
be
Lime
that.
scooter for
Right.
me. You know,
the internet.
Shooting from the hip.
the
Shooting
internet,
from the
the
hip. I had
video
Overrated.
podcast. If you will.
overrated. I had TikTok on there for a while, but I took that off.
AOL Instant Messenger
No.
changed my life.
Now we're talking.
Silva wasn't alive for that.
Yes. George says AI companions help me quit my ex-wife.
George and his
Wait.
ex-wife is one of my favorite pieces of podcast
Silva,
lore.
since you're on the podcast, will you please play the sounder?
Oh no.
Whoa. What? Oh,
Someone's mailed a baby alligator to me, ex-wife.
I had to really
Thank
think
you.
about what sounder
Thank
you were
you.
talking about for a second.
It's still preseason for us also.
Hey,
We're getting back
I'm
in
just gonna call
peak
this out.
form.
In your lifetime, the uncontested podcast became a thing, and that's not
Wow.
on your list.
That can
Wow.
definitely be added.
Is it above or below Zen?
Probably above.
Zen, if you would like to sponsor the podcast,
Oh my gosh.
Basketball.
Basketball.
basketball. We are a basketball podcast on occasion. We lost you there for a second, Jacob.
Lost you, Jacob.
We let a drug dealer sponsor the podcast.
No.
Depends on what he's advertising.
Oh my gosh.
Drugs.
Well,
Sponsored
that's
by-
not that's not an obvious assumption.
Sponsored by Walgreens, which
There are
technically
probably
they
people
sell.
that own very reputable businesses that we would let sponsor the show that are also drug dealers that we just don't know that's their side profession.
Wow.
Sounds like Nick's a drug dealer.
I could be, and you wouldn't know. And I could sponsor the show, and it may not be to sell drugs.
Wow.
Wonder
How
if
did we
Nick and
get
I's
here?
good friend would sponsor us with his sports book.
Well, I don't think that's probably the last thing they want publicity on. So we should stop
Like a drug
giving
dealer.
free advertising right here.
The Thunder played basketball today.
Thank
did.
you for
It
saying.
did. We're back.
They did.
There's only one place to start, Jacob.
They won 134 to
Nope.
114
No.
No.
against the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, that's
Give
true.
me
Pull up the
give me a
comment.
second. Let me. Do we have a comment? What's the comment?
Oh yeah, we have a super
Yeah,
chat
that is-
already.
Oh,
Exact
okay, well-
thing that I'm referring to.
Directed at you, no less.
David, give me just a second. We'll get there, buddy. All right. Thunder win 135-114 in the opening preseason game against the Charlotte Hornets. The Thunder, all 5 starters out, plus AJ Mitchell, plus Cason Wallace, plus Alex Caruso. Charlotte Hornets, I think, play pretty much everybody. Thunder starters included Nikola Topić, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, Ousmane Dieng, and Jaylin Williams. Other notable guys to play: Brooks Barnhizer, Chris Youngblood. I just love his name. And Brendan Carlson, guys I've never heard of before. Zach Austin and
Gortman.
Gortman. I'm not even going to try to say the first name. Gortman all played. David is already calling me out, so I will say the first 5 minutes of the game, I said, wow, look at Ousmane Dieng. And then 2 quarters in, I said, wow, look at Ousmane Dieng. And that describes the Ousmane Dieng experience. I think we got to lead off with Aaron Wiggins, guys. 25 minutes, Wiggs goes 10 of 14 for 23 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, plus 23 in a game that doesn't matter. But you want to talk about looking like the best player on the court. That was Aaron Wiggins.
It's exactly what you want to see in a, like you said, in a game that doesn't matter with asterisk because it's preseason basketball. He came out and looked assertive, looked dominant, looked comfortable. Everything that you hoped to see from Aaron Wiggins coming off the championship run. I think we've had a lot of discussion through the offseason about what Aaron Wiggins looks like, how much of a jump. I know, Nick, you've been really big on Aaron Wiggins heading into next season, and I think today was a really nice first step. He looked awesome.
We talked about too good for summer league. He looked too good for preseason. And the exciting part is that he was doing that against essentially a team's starting 5. Like you guys said, there's always the caveat that it is preseason, but it just looks like Wiggins has continued to work on his game, has continued to build confidence. And it's to the point, if he continues this, last year we talked so much about why isn't Aaron Wiggins playing like early in the season? And it was obviously to get other players developmental minutes. He's gotten so good. And we've talked about this through the playoffs and championship run, but he's gotten so good. And I'm just not sure how you sacrifice his minutes for those developmental minutes. I think they're going to have to come elsewhere because he is a player that is so impactful. You really need him in that second unit, in that bench unit with some of these guys sit.
The coolest part about what he's doing is that his contract is only, I say only, but like relative to NBA players, only 7 figures starting next season. And for the 3 seasons, I guess the 2 seasons beyond next season as well, which is absurd.
And then Nick, what does his contract do after this season?
Declines, and then it plateaus out at 8 and change his last 2 seasons. The last year's a club option that'll get probably declined and re-signed, much like well before that. But for all intents and purposes, the dude's on an unreal contract.
Yeah, especially when you consider not the dollar amount, but the percentage hit against the cap.
Yeah,
it's a really, really good deal.
How much would he get on the open market if he was free agent? More than 15 a year?
Ooh, that's a good question.
If you went open market like this past summer?
Like, just say teams have cap space, not this exact setting, but teams have cap space, they can sign him.
If you're a team, just a team, I'm not going to get specific. Would you prefer to pay him or Jonathan Kuminga that contract?
Him. Personally.
Agreed.
Like what he's good at. Kuminga is still a bit of a mystery to me.
One of you guys asked us in our group text during the game, but how many teams is Aaron Wiggins start on? If you are signing him as a free agent and want him to be a starter, yeah, you probably pay him that kind of dollar amount, which seems kind of crazy, but I don't know if
He's really good, man. Also, this game, and don't get me wrong, like Wiggins was awesome. This game, say more about the Thunder or more about the Hornets?
More about the Hornets, for sure.
You said Aaron Wiggins too good for summer league. LaMelo Ball is too good for summer or for preseason. I mean, but LaMelo Ball acts like he's too good.
Yeah.
And Aaron Wiggins goes out there and does what he's supposed to do. This is not a LaMelo Ball or a Hornets pod, but holy crap, if that was my franchise's superstar, I could not be more depressed.
Don't think it's even fair to call him a superstar, but I get your point. Yeah,
I still remember making a last minute LaMelo KC shirt design that I kept in the chamber just in case there's some late pre-draft rumors.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dodged
you
the
look at that now. That is there a more anti-Presty guy?
No.
Dude, LaMelo Ball makes me feel
and
like
we kind
my
of
father.
knew that. Makes you what?
LaMelo Ball makes me feel like my father. I'm like, this guy just doesn't get it. He doesn't care enough about basketball. Doesn't take it seriously enough.
He just needs to buckle down.
Just unserious. He's an unserious player.
Very unserious.
That team seems unserious.
Yeah.
They have some decent players, but they're not good.
Kings
not a
East.
good basketball team.
Kings
Oh,
East.
I think that's disrespectful to the Kings. Other notables.
The Hornets have had more playoff success than the Kings have in the last 20 years.
No, that's not wrong. I was very impressed with J. Will tonight, guys. Dude went 6 of 9. Nice. Also, while we're on the subject of numbers and funny numbers, I am so over 6-9
things.
I am so over the 6-7 thing.
What is that?
I don't know what the hell that is.
Okay.
I don't either. I'm lost.
What are you talking about?
I've heard about it, but I don't know what the hell it is.
6-7.
Can you
What?
tell which one of us is around high school kids all day?
Yeah. It's miserable.
Oh.
Miserable. Jaylin Williams went 6 of 9, 5 of 8 from 3, 17 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, fouled a bunch. But as JD mentioned, I think in our chat, looks much slimmer on the floor. The jump shot looks like not that it like wasn't legit before because he shot a very good percentage. Like looks like a shooter type of legit.
Effortless.
Yeah.
Looks like an effortless shot now.
Ozempic J. Will. That's what they're calling him.
Wow. I think Jay Will heard this Thunder team. Imagine if they can figure out 3-point shooting. And he said, all right, bet. And now we have our dead eye shooter. He's been here all along. It was Jay Will the whole time.
It wasn't the other player from Arkansas, Isaiah Joe.
No.
It was Jay Will. It was great to see. I think you're right, Jacob. It looked like something he's obviously worked on this offseason. He's put a lot of work into his body, slimming down. And I think he was saying during media day, and we'll get into some media day quotes, but that he focused a lot on losing some weight and then putting good weight back on from a muscle standpoint. So I am curious how that translates. Like, again, we talked about this in the playoffs as well, but Jay Will is a very situational player for this team specifically. But if you have a player who can come and play some, I don't want to call it small ball 5, but if he can play the 5 and space the floor like that, that opens up so much more for so many of these guys, especially guys like Shea and Dub, who are going to, even Topić, AJ Mitchell. Some of these players will be playing off the bench, are going to be driving to the rim. Having a player like that who needs to be respected from the 3-point line is something that's been solely missed for this Thunder team.
Is Isaiah Hartenstein the only player on this team that doesn't shoot threes at least decent enough? Like you're not screaming at your TV when a shot's taken from the perimeter?
Yeah.
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 I mean, we haven't seen Topić play, but yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to include
kind of
Brooks Barnhizer in that necessarily yet, but
maybe that's
Brooks
a good
cannot
transition. Nick was mentioning this whenever we were talking about this game. Nick, why don't you just talk about Brooks Barnhizer? You want me to read his stats for you real quick?
Sure.
Brooks Barnhizer, 25 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals, 1 block.
I'll start with the take. That's not meant to be a shot at the other guy. I think that Brooks Barnhizer will make more of an impact on the Thunder this season than Ousmane Dieng. I think that if you were to outline, like, and that's the case for a few players, but I think if you outline, like, what are the things that you want out of your 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th with your two-way, 18th when they sign players on the roster. And scoring is probably not very high on the list. And that's probably like his weakness. Like, it's not even a weakness. It's just like the thing that he's the least good at, or like the skill set that you don't really highlight whenever you're watching his tape. But the defensive upside, the dude is a monster on the glass, like a freaking monster. The effort, the intensity, the connectiveness, like he's not necessarily like a facilitator or playmaker, but he like is the connective tissue that allows those things to happen. I just think that you can throw him on the floor. I think there's room for debate. I think we debated a little bit in our group chat of like, what position do you want him guarding? But I think it's a good thing to debate because that means he probably can guard a lot of positions. I just think he's a guy that's going to find his way on the floor. And even if he doesn't get converted to a full-time contract, because there's not a spot right now, he's absolutely going to be used as a sneaky two-way, like we just have this 16th guy that's really good and we're going to play him all year long.
His steals today were awesome. Like
that's kind of what he's become known for.
Yeah. The instincts there, to your point, Nick, that like that's going to translate no matter what. And I think that's really exciting when you think about putting him in alongside who the Thunder already have. It feels like a really seamless fit alongside this really strong Thunder core.
Yeah, he's just a dog. Like, I love his size, 6'6", 230 pounds. He's like an older dude, played some time in college. He fits in seamlessly. It's like, hey, we want another Dort / Caruso / Kenrich Williams / like whoever. Just like copy paste and send him over. I don't know, JD, do you have any thoughts on Brooks?
Yeah, he really does remind me so much of Kenrich in terms of the role that I could see him playing on the team, where Kenrich always comes in and it's like if the team is lacking energy or physicality on a given night, that's the guy you play to fix that. And it seems like Brooks, I always want to call him Brook. It's Brooks.
Brooksy.
It is Brooks.
Brooks Barnhizer. It always feels like he's gonna be a guy who can plug in and do that same stuff. Like go in and pick up 3 fouls in 5 minutes. I don't care.
That kind of leads me, I think, to my biggest takeaway from watching a irrelevant preseason game like earlier today. And it kind of goes back to what you were talking about, Jacob. Like, does this game reflect more on the Thunder or more on the Hornets? And we all agreed the Hornets. But I think on the Thunder side, what was so impressive, you're not playing Lou. You're not playing Ihart, Chet, Shea, Caruso. AJ Mitchell apparently has an ankle sprain. We can talk about that. No Queso. And like none of these players are identical. They all bring their own strengths and weaknesses, yet they all can plug into the system that Mark has put in place so seamlessly. And that's what stood out the most to me is the Thunder played the same exact way, even without their best players playing. Defensively, the defensive intensity, like we just talked about with Brooks, even the ball movement leading to the open threes for guys like Chris Youngblood and Jay Will, like we just talked about, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins was able to kind of step into that primary creator role. Particularly from a scoring standpoint, like we see from Shea or Dub, like again, all different players, but all able to fit seamlessly into the system that Mark and his coaching staff have put into place. And for them to have that identity and to build off of it, like I was thinking about this driving this evening, heading back. It's not a fun thing to talk about on a podcast. It's not the sexy thing to talk about on the national podcast, right? You're going to hear so much about the Nuggets improving and like the players that they brought in, and the same for the Rockets. Can they challenge the Thunder? Because that gets the clicks and the views, not the Thunder have this continuity. But I think that's such an underrated aspect of this Thunder team that's not talked about because of that reason. And pending health, like how do you beat this team when you don't even play your best players and you're still able to lean into that same system and style play on both sides of the floor?
33 assists today as a team in a game where you were integrating Topić as a starter, but you didn't really have like any of this team's regular ball handlers on the floor. That's pretty impressive. And I think to your point, Taylor, that speaks to the culture that the Thunder have and the buy-in to the system. It goes all the way down through the roster. It doesn't just stop at the starters or the main rotation guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of those assists today too, like it just looked like Thunder basketball. Just get a steal, get out in the open floor, throw it ahead, and let somebody get a layup. Like they move the ball really, really well. Very unselfish. I don't know, any thoughts, JD? Like I was a little worried about worried maybe isn't the right word. Just there was nothing from Topić that made me say like, oh, Topić is here, like he's ready. I didn't have any of those instances today.
No, he blended in a bit for me. It wasn't anything too high or too low for him. I think it's just going to be. I'm actually most curious to see what he looks like with like a J-Dub or a Chet out there to see how he can kind of help activate those players when they're on the court, and how he kind of blends in with their style of play. That's what I'm most curious about. This almost felt like another variant of seeing him in like summer league, where it's like, okay, he's not gonna be in like all bench lineups that much. I don't think he'll be with a star out there, and I think that's where he can add value to the team the most.
One player we didn't see was AJ Mitchell, and apparently it was due to an ankle sprain that he probably sustained during training camp. But I bring that up solely because I'm curious to see how him and Topić look together, but not with like the summer league roster like we saw during summer league in Vegas. Vegas. Thank you.
I would prefer, like I've seen enough of those two together, and I don't think during the season those two are going to be guys that frequently share the court together.
That's my thought.
And I feel like, I don't know, again, I'm biased. I have my own like hopes for this team. I just think AJ is going to play a lot more than Nikola Topić this year.
Yeah, I agree.
That's exactly where I was going. Like, can they survive together on the floor? Because if not, it feels like, and again, we still haven't seen AJ, but it feels like AJ's probably going to get those minutes. But we know the Thunder are obviously going to find minutes for Topić and try and develop him. I'm curious how he finds minutes on the floor, where he fits.
What you got now, Nick? Tiny S's.
Tiny S's.
Will you hold that back up real quick? The can?
Mid-drink.
It's like a little microscope, yeah?
Yeah.
I always,
it's tiny.
for a while now, I've thought it's like a weird ant-like looking alien.
With the cool S that everyone used to draw on their notebook.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I still am intrigued very much so by Topić. Today was fine. It was a good showing. Nothing like jumping off the page. Also, I did not watch much of this game because I am in my old man era and I couldn't figure out how to make the app work. So I gave up and listened to Matt Pinto, and then I gave up just sitting in my living room listening to Matt Pinto, and I mowed the lawn. So I was mowing the lawn and listening to Matt Pinto most of the time.
Your old man era.
Which means I just got to hear 20 cha-ching Thunder Money Balls today.
Justin is like so close to becoming the guy at an OU football game who has the headphones on listening to the radio broadcast.
That was my dad.
The little mini binoculars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
that was
see.
100% my dad. He was the guy, he'd like pull off his headphones and be like, they say it's an ankle sprain. It's an ankle sprain.
That's awesome.
Every section needs one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Is that all we have for today?
I'm excited for AJ. I'm excited to see AJ play. It
Yeah,
sounds like sounds like Kaysen will play tomorrow. They do have another
courtesy of Matt
tomorrow.
Pinto on the radio. Thank goodness I was listening. Or we wouldn't have that info.
If old man Justin wasn't listening to the radio.
I ended up watching it on an illegal stream that looked like it was being filmed on a toaster. That was
Mine was
Charlotte,
HD.
Charlotte broadcast.
The official broadcast didn't look very good either.
Yeah, I think this one was the stream was coming from the same woman in China who's making my knockoff shoes right now. So
I don't think you're supposed to admit any of this.
Yeah, you just.
I also think she stole my money.
That's all alleged. None of that.
Yeah, right.
None of that.
This is all hypothetical.
None of what Jacob just said is true. It's just alleged.
There's a chance I'm a Chinese nationalist.
With Topić.
The sounder.
He's the kind of player that I think until you give him the green, like he is the kind of player that will do what you ask him to do. So if he is going out there and being asked to just like facilitate the offense and like get other guys open and play make for others, that's what he'll do. at some point this season, whether it's in the G League or with the Thunder, he'll be given the green light. And I think there'll be a different style of play we'll see from Topić. Like, I think he is a very moldable player. And until he gets that green light, we're not going to see what he actually is.
I agree.
Yeah. Last question from the game.
Skelton doesn't think you talked about Ouse enough, by the way. He's in the chat again.
Is there... we're getting there, Skelton.
Oh, okay.
Can you think of any other player in NBA history who has gone for as many poster dunks and gotten blocked every time? There's like last season, the season before, Ouse will go in and he will rise up, and I'm like, oh. And then he just... Do you remember that Summer League game where Baisley blocked him like 3 times? Brother, if you're getting met by Darius Baisley at the rim 3 times in a row, seek God.
Okay, Baisley's a good shot blocker. That's a bad comparison.
That's like saying the 13-year-old at the gym is a good shot blocker because he blocked someone's shot. He's garbage.
No, Baisley was
not a good basketball player.
I agree, but he was a very, very good shot blocker in OKC.
Baisley is neighbors with the Chinese woman that's making my shoes. Doesn't even play for the Shanghai Sharks.
I agree. Baisley largely was not a good basketball player. There's a reason he's not in the league. But as a shot blocker,
knee also exploded.
He was good.
Yeah.
Don't hate on Darius Baisley.
We got to talk about Chris Youngblood.
Well, my point was, is there any other player in history that has never completed a dunk because he gets them blocked every single time than Ousmane Dieng?
It's like on one hand, I'm glad he's attempting the dunks because it makes me feel like he's trying. But it's like he can't get it. It's not all the way there.
And there's times where he gets beat on defense and just kind of stands like he just... We've said it for years. He just doesn't have any dog in him.
You're that teacher, man. You ask Ouse to be aggressive and just try it. You're the guy that's like, I don't care if you get blocked or you miss, just show the aggression. And then he does it, and you're like, have you ever seen a guy? It's like, okay, which one do you want? I agree. Ousmane Dieng does get blocked a lot, and he's doesn't have the dog in him, and he's not going to be an NBA player for the Thunder after this season. But I like the aggressiveness. He's
I like that he's trying it. There's just the aggressive meter. This is the meter.
There it is.
This is
it
the
goes
meter.
up, and then it goes down, and it doesn't stay at like fully aggressive.
Fully aggressive. That's where we're going. Yes.
His aggressiveness like just varies all the time. It's like he'll go for the poster dunk, and then like he'll let someone just push him under the rim and get a layup, like the next possession down. Like,
I just think he has some more development to do. He's a grower, not a shower.
You know what was really badass is that mid-ranger over Tijon Saloon.
The jumper looked great. Yes. And Ouse versus the Tijon Saloon. I always think of JD every time.
Give me a sarsaparilla.
Tijon Saloon. It was the most... Again, like I wish the best for not for Baisley. I don't wish the best for him. I wish the best for Ousmane Dieng. But Dieng versus Saloon was like the biggest French mid-off ever.
Mid-off.
Yeah.
How do you say mid in French?
This is for you, Skelton. Ouse today, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 of 14 from the floor, 3 of 6 from 3. It was a solid stat line. It was solid.
Not enough for Jacob.
Watch the game.
But I agree,
bro.
it was solid.
Watch the games.
Chris Youngblood also solid, to your point earlier.
Shout out J-Dub.
Yeah, what if he is like...
If Chris Youngblood gets a 2-way, I'm buying a jersey.
20 points,
when Adam Flagler was like really good and like came in and actually hit shots when he stepped in instead of going like 1 of 12.
You want to talk about a guy that wasn't afraid to be aggressive? Adam Flagler. That brother is like Nick Crane. Just shoots it every time he touches the ball.
The problem was he always missed when he got in like real NBA games.
He did.
The difference here is that Chris Youngblood's actually the height of an NBA player. He's like 6'5".
Right. That does help.
Adam Flagler, although he was taller than I think many thought, he was not big enough to be a guy that misses any 3-point shots to be on the floor.
And that's our Chris Youngblood segment.
I think he'll be on a 2-way for what it's worth.
I was thinking about this, Nick. And
speaking of short people, is Reed Shepherd going to be any good?
I don't know. I saw a highlight of him hitting
not
like a hook
Thunder-related.
shot over. He hit like a hook shot over Kevin Durant. I was like, oh shit.
Broke
Do you
clock is right
think-
twice a day.
Nick, do you think Chris Youngblood gets a 2-way with the Thunder then?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, and like I see so many fans who like see some like a performance like Chris Youngblood. They get so excited, and it's like, well, we have a 2-way spot, just sign them. And like, yes, that'd be great just to have this stack roster of guys 1 through 18. At the same time, when a player like Chris Youngblood is doing what he's doing, and if he's able to keep this up, obviously he was getting a lot of praise during training camp from other players. Like, I wonder if there's other teams who could provide a better opportunity for him that would try and steal him and basically get him on a 2-way, maybe offer like the 2-year 2-way, or just more of a playing opportunity than the Thunder could provide. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to another team if he's able to keep this up.
You know who the Thunder could put on a 2-way? Russell Westbrook.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I think that the thing there, Taylor, is like Chris Youngblood has been impressive. He has not been like, oh my gosh, he's so good that 29 other teams are like trying to get him right now. Like, he's been good.
No.
He's not been like
He's been
phenomenal.
hitting shots.
Been hitting shots. I also think that there's a bit of a long-term vision when it comes to these 2-way guys. Oklahoma City's history of actually developing and converting 2-way guys onto regular contracts is a lot more appealing than like go to the Wizards and like maybe earn a spot and get minutes as they're 50. There's levels to that, you know?
That's true. That's a good point.
You got to be really bad to be on a 2-way for
Yeah,
Wizards.
that's
The
how you
whole
just-
roster's 2-way
you
guys.
just die
Speaking
in
of Darius
obscurity.
Baisley,
Yeah,
Darius Baisley played 35 minutes a night for the Wiz.
yeah.
Probably played 35 minutes a night for the Hornets. That team was garbage.
You're a huge Miles Bridges fan too, so I'm surprised you're so.
Love Miles Bridges.
Don't stoke the fire.
Hey, every time I'm on Reddit and I scroll by the OKC Thunder subreddit, there is a comment that's like, "Bring Russ home, bring him
Every
home,
time.
sign him." That's like the best way to
Who
describe.
are you gonna
it.
cut? That's the question
Yeah.
you got to ask. Who are you gonna cut to
You
bring
put him on
up-
the 2-way.
You can't.
You can't do that.
You can't
Why?
do that. There's a rule. There's a
Why?
years of service rule. Like, you can't play. Like, you can't.
Former
Sign-
MVPs can't be 2
Yeah,
ways.
yeah. There's like number of games plays and years of service, and there's a whole bunch of stipulations for that reason. So
The
that the
Lakers would
Lakers,
just-
when they go sign
Yeah.
100 minimum contract guys, don't also just give out 2-ways.
the degenerates are out in full force in the chat saying Caduce. And
Wow.
you know that might
Fine
be
by me.
fair.
I'll do an emergency pot if we cut Oos.
Sacre blue. Should we do some trivia?
Let's
Sure.
do it.
Do we have some?
For what it's
Yeah,
worth,
we do.
Russell Westbrook should not be on this team.
Agreed.
Okay, let's play
Correct.
trivia.
But I think he should be on a team. I really do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just not this team.
Yeah.
It's just-
We're going to play some Prairie Trivia, brought to you by our friends at Prairie Artisan Ales. They have a new beer that just released, seasonal. It is a Frankenberry Sour.
Ooh,
Anyone else remember Frankenberry cereal?
Yes.
no.
Like
It's good.
Count Chocula
Count
and
Chocula.
Frankenberry.
I knew Count Chocula.
What else was there? There was a, I think, Boo Berry. There's a fourth one. I can't think
Boob?
of what it is. No,
No, boo. Like a ghost.
Boo
Nope.
Berry.
A
like what a ghost says.
Nick
Oh.
heard boob and his eyes got real big.
Whoa.
Easy, buddy. The Frankenberry Sour has notes of cereal, strawberry, and marshmallows. Sounds delightful. So go check that out at Prairie OKC. You can play some trivia on Sundays at 4 p.m.
That cereal, like, basically evil tricks.
Yeah,
Like spooky tricks.
spooky tricks.
Lucky
That's awesome.
Charms. Yeah.
Lucky
That'd be
Charms.
my
That's
rapper
the
name.
better comp.
Give me a rapper name. Evil
Spooky
Tricks.
Hot
Your rapper
take.
name's
I don't
Two
like.
Cranes and always will be.
I don't like cereal that has marshmallows in it.
Agreed.
What? Why?
Ooh, I love
good.
Lucky Charms growing up.
Why? Have you ever? I'm gonna guess the answer is no, but have you seen that you can buy just like a bag of Lucky Charms marshmallows? Just the
Ooh.
marshmallows.
People
See, I
that
couldn't
do
do
that
that.
need counseling.
Noted.
Just eating straight sugar.
That's all
Yes.
cereal.
Right.
That's not just the marshmallows.
Correct.
You might be right.
I love
Anyway,
Fruit Loops.
we have 3 questions for Prairie Trivia tonight that are all vaguely related to the preseason game that happened today. So get excited. Today, one stat we didn't talk about, the Thunder hit 23s today. Not bad. Does anyone know what the Thunder record is for made threes in a game?
Regular game?
Regular season
Yes,
or
regular
preseason?
game.
I know it happened this past season.
If you know what game it is, you'll get a bonus point.
Oh boy, I'm losing it.
It was this past season. That's your hint.
Taylor, you've been losing it for a while, brother.
See, now I feel
I'm
like I'm
on
gonna
the
get.
decline.
Now Nick's answer is making me doubt my own answer.
You're not supposed to be looking at Nick's answer.
I wrote it
Silva.
down. I'm keeping it.
can't
I wrote it
remember.
down. This is stupid.
Lock it in, Silva.
I'm thinking of attempts.
All right. Nick
One of
says
these days.
28. Taylor,
47,
Hey, what did I say?
You say
I can't-
132?
32. That's my
No, that's-
one
that's
for
one.
question
read
one.
Taylor's
Uh,
notes. Okay. Nick says 28.
JD,
Taylor
what's
says
47
32.
times 3?
That number that's way too high.
They scored 200 points off threes. a
Silva
lot.
was
said
thinking-
47. Jacob, what did you say? 27.
I got
Nobody
COVID
tried
brain,
to guess
bro.
the game. Jacob is correct. It's 27.
Hey.
No. Yeah, I
Does
was
anyone
thinking of-
remember who it was against? It was on February 10th.
The Knicks.
Nope.
the Celtics?
No.
February 10th.
February 10th.
The Suns.
Blazers.
All no.
The Hornets.
Nope.
The
This is-
Lakers?
The Wizards.
With
Thrilling.
somebody not very good.
The Warriors?
Jacob,
The
are
Denver
you?
Nuggets.
No. The answer is the Pelicans.
Yeah, it was
Ah,
somebody
man.
not good. I remember that.
Somebody not good.
Also, one of these
next
days,
question.
yes, chat, I will pick up my
No,
my
you
whiteboard
won't. Stop
from
lying to
Justin.
people.
You
From
won't.
Do we
Jacob
believe in,
Justin's-
speaking of Pelicans, do we believe in Skinny Zion?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Until he gets hurt, and then I won't believe him.
Previous Zion was freaking amazing when he was on the court. Like,
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
when he's on the court, of course.
I don't
Yes.
believe it.
Yep.
He'll play
We'll see
20
how long-
games.
Yep.
The Po boy is going to be calling to him like the Green Goblin mask.
Hey, it's a good point by Smoot. Why is Taylor looking at the chat?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Taylor.
True. I'm cheating.
Unbelievable.
I'm looking at.
Cheater.
I got.
Taylor's
Cheating.
cheating and he
We're
still
still
can't
wrong.
get the question right.
Silva's got ChatGPT asking the 11 most modernized.
No, I actually have
Idea.
Monster cereals opened up.
Ooh.
I have
Did
the
you
other-
find the fourth one? What's
well,
the
there's
fourth
two
one?
more. There's Fruit
Oh.
Brute
That's fake.
and
That's not real.
and Fruity Yummy Mummy.
No, both of those are not real.
That's my rapper name.
What the
Yummy, yummy, mummy.
That's not correct. I don't
Give me
believe
a
you.
feature.
All right, question number 2. Today's preseason game was played in Charleston, South Carolina. They play the Mavericks tomorrow in Fort Worth at Dickies Arena.
Dickies.
Dickies.
So the question is,
Like the pants company or the
Correct.
barbecue?
Yes.
like the pants.
That's actually a
company.
fair question. Yes. The
the pants company.
clothes.
So my question is, where did the Thunder play their very first preseason game as a franchise? I think we've talked about this off pod, so some of you probably know the answer. So I'm also asking who they played in that game.
Also, no one noticed this, but by me saying Smoot makes a good point in the chat, I'm looking at the chat too. So just wanted to call
Thank
that
you
out.
for
It's a
being
good
honest,
point.
Nice
Nick.
one, Nick.
Who did the Thunder play in their very first preseason game, and where was the game?
Ooh, I don't know the team. I guess I'll guess.
Silva, Taylor, lock it in.
I'm locking it in.
All right. Nick says the Wolves in Iowa.
I know this because of our good friend Carrie. Billings, Montana. I can't remember who they played.
Taylor says Portland. Jacob also got it. Billings, Montana against the Bucks. And then Silva said Montana, which we'll give
Close.
him a half credit, against the T-Wolves, which is correct.
Hey,
The
good job, JD.
T-Wolves in Billings, Montana.
I remember Carrie telling us that story at some
Correct.
point.
Because our
I
good
still
friend
remember the
Carrie
team.
was there, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Pretty
Got to
random.
meet
Pretty cool.
Sam and send him a letter, and yeah.
So now the question that only Carrie probably remembers the answer to: who scored the first preseason basket for the Thunder in that game?
Oh,
The first preseason basket in Thunder franchise history. Who done it?
Will you give us position?
No.
Wow.
I have no clue.
Is this even a?
I love that answer.
Kevin Ollie.
You're not supposed to say it out loud. Jacob says Kevin Ollie. Taylor says Chris Wilcox. Silva says Robert Swift, and Nick says
Taylor's brother,
Mickey Redbottom. The answer: a little known player, Kevin Durant.
It was
Oh,
Katie.
really?
Dang it! I thought that was too obvious.
Dun, dun, dun. You also look at the chat. Nick reading the chat still. Smoot said Mickey Redbottom. Also,
I said that first.
Yeah, how about that? Kevin Durant, a 19-foot jumper for the first basket.
Those were the days.
They were not.
They were not.
They were
This
not.
past season was.
These
the
are
days.
the days.
These are the days. Actually,
These are the days.
The rest of our
Fair.
lives.
The days of our lives.
Fair. That's it. That's Prairie Trivia.
very nice.
Fun.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
All right. You guys want to talk a little bit of preseason media day?
Yes.
Indeed.
All right, talk.
Is that it? Wow. Impeccable.
Might
hosting.
have like a ad break right there, or
This
everyone's
segment brought to you by Blueberry Cereal.
the fruity, yummy mummy.
Rudy, yummy mummy.
That's not real.
You
I don't
know
I
that
believe
put
she
the
won't
link
be.
in the chat.
Mhm.
Pull up the picture on the screen.
Okay. Hold on. It's gonna take me a second.
Oh boy.
All right, somebody else talk about media day.
Taylor, shoot.
the biggest takeaway from media day was very similar to my big takeaway from the Thunders game today, and that was the maturity of this team. Everybody talking about turning the page, focusing on the next season, not getting caught up in the championship. Like, they were asked so many questions about the championship parade and what does it mean to be a champion, and how do you take that into next season? And obviously they touched on all those things and talked about, how awesome it has been, but how they have to lock back in. I think Alex Caruso was one, being the kind of the vet of this team, talking about, his wedding and not bringing. Oh, here it is for those on the live stream. Fruity Yummy Mummy.
Okay. Fruity Yummy Mummy debuted in 1988, but the cereal was only around till 1992.
Brutal.
Rest in peace, Yummy Mummy.
There's also the Fruit Brute or whatever the other one's called.
Fruit Brute. There's also an ad on this link that you shared with me that says "Fun for your tummy, new Fruity Yummy Mummy."
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's Jacob's.
First line of my mixtape.
Jacob's, I was gonna say.
It's incredible. How about that?
Pretty good.
That's getting out of
How about
pocket.
Anyway, yeah, I had the same takeaway, Taylor. It was not surprising given how the franchise always operates, given what we've seen over the summer. They are turning the page. They're looking ahead. They're not clinging to what happened last season. But in terms of maybe things that stood out, it definitely seemed like, I don't know if it was an intentional talking point or if it was just everybody kind of reflecting how they feel. Joe Masato asked a lot of players about Chet, and everybody seemed really excited about Chet heading into this season. And I think as a fan, that's really encouraging to hear, because if he looks anything like he did at the beginning of last season, it's going to be a lot of fun when he sets foot on the floor, whenever that is. Probably not tomorrow in Fort Worth, but at some point. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, because I remember the Trey Mann media day where that's all anyone could talk about, and it got our hopes up, and half our preseason bets were about Trey Mann. And then
Yeah, but this is a little bit.
this is a little different.
This is different. And to be fair, Joe did have an article that he was working on, which is why he asked those targeted questions, right? But at the same time, like you said, Justin, everybody was very excited to talk about that. Even Mark talked about it after media day during training camp when he was asked about it, just the work that Chet obviously had put in. Like all these guys seemed like they were locked in during the offseason, going through their, even though it was a shortened offseason, going through their regime and their programs and improving. Like we talked about J-Bo, for example, losing weight. They all had their goals in the offseason, but Chet spent a ton of time in the gym, which is no surprise to anybody. And for us on this podcast, we've talked so much about like the next iteration of this Thunder team, like what brings them to that next tier, even above what they were able to accomplish this past season. And we all agree and feel like a lot of that is unlocked with Chet and improving offensively and just continuing to get back in shape. So that was definitely good to see. I also loved Chet's comments. Again, this was not media day. This was training camp. He was asked basically was asked, like, you're getting a lot of praise from your teammates and coaches. What did you do this offseason? And he said something along the lines of, a lot of players in the NBA in the offseason focus on things that they aren't able to do on the court, off the court. Like they're living the lifestyle, they're taking breaks, things of that nature. I was focusing on the things I'm not able to do on the court and trying to get better at those things. So he's talking about obviously like shooting and ball handling, things that we've talked so much about what Chet needs to improve on. I just thought that was a really great quote from Chet. Kind of shows his mindset throughout this offseason.
We should talk about J-Dub because that was the biggest, like, actual insightful information I feel like we got at media day. 90% of media day is like pre-canned answers and questions that, like, if all of us had a pre-media day podcast and said, let's come up with the 10 questions that are going to be asked at media day, all 10 are going to be asked. J-Dub talked a little bit about his offseason and the creativity of having to use his left hand. And I think a couple days before or after media day, the NBA came out with a video that was like showing some of his workout routines with his left hand. He also mentioned that, like, the feeling, I couldn't tell if he was talking about like right at that moment or if like when he got his cast off, but it felt like if you put Laffy Taffy in a freezer. So it seems like it's a mobility thing at this point. Like maybe there's not as much pain, but like he's got to get back to like full extension and flexion of his wrist. So thing number one to me is like, I don't think we'll see him at all in the preseason. 2, I think he may be a little rusty to start the season. But longer term,
with the right hand, the left hand might cook.
Yeah. No, I think long term, this will end up being the most impactful summer of his career, perhaps. I stumbled across an old video of, I'm forgetting who said it now. Matt Barnes was talking about when he, there was a summer that Kobe was like either a rookie or like early in his career is at UCLA working out, had like broken his wrist, and he was like doing all these crazy left-handed like free throws and jumpers, and he came back the next season and he was like, Kobe's bag was like completely different. And like it's more than just like shooting left-handed. There's a lot of basketball when it's like kind of like if you're a quarterback, a lot of quarterbacks are more comfortable rolling out one direction and throwing that way. With players in basketball, it's the same way, like coming off screens, going left and like threading the needle and angles of your pass and using both hands. Like there's a lot of stuff that Dub is going to be better at now. He's already like, incredible with both hands around the rim. I think that we're going to look back and like, this is the summer that took him from like, yeah, he made all NBA team because there were some injuries and he's definitely like a top 15 player to like, yeah, that dude is like unstoppable.
It's gonna be awesome.
Agreed.
I could see his favorite spots on the court changing now, or expanding, I should say, not changing necessarily, just because. Yeah, I mean, he's probably just gonna be way more coordinated with the left, and that means you can approach the shots you take differently. Like the way you defended him before the playoffs was like, yeah, you force him to dribble with his left.
Yep.
Stuff you do with a lot of right hand dominant guys, like you force him in that direction, you make him shoot shots he's not comfortable with. But now, I'm really curious because that was kind of the thing separating him from vaulting into like superstardom was the shot creation stuff. And I don't know, he may already be like a superstar to some people. Like I've seen the top 100 lists come out from your ESPNs and your Ringers, and he's like top 15 on several of them.
You should be.
Which is you're right. It's just crazy for me to think about because we've been watching him since the very beginning, and just like seeing that guy get to this point is pretty absurd. Nick, you mentioned he might be rusty to start the season. Do we all think he's gonna play game 1?
I really hope so.
I think he will. I think
Yeah.
he will. I think there will likely be heavy tape. I mean, obviously the playoffs are a different beast. He played through all that. I don't think like they want him to come into the season like kind of injured and like continue to make it worse. But I think that he'll be good to go for game 1.
And there's also a difference between like playing through an injury that you can't worsen before you need surgery and then recovering from that surgery and that procedure.
So game 1 is the Rockets opening night, ring night. Have the Rockets played a preseason game yet? Do we know who the Rockets are going to start?
So Ime Udoka,
4 of their starters.
good old Ime, yeah, he said that he has 4 starters penciled in, and it was Jabari. You guys remember that?
It took me a second
did.
to understand
I
what
did.
you were saying.
Good old Ime.
Ime Udoka.
He mentioned Jabari Smith Jr., Şengün, Amen Thompson, and KD, and said that last spot is up for grabs during training camp.
I wonder
play
if they're
tomorrow.
going. What'd you say, Justin?
They play tomorrow.
I wonder if they're gonna. When he says that last one is up for grabs, that feels like it's got to be somebody at one of the ends, right? Either a small like Reed or a really big guy like
Steven Adams.
Like Steven Adams.
If they go Steven Adams with that lineup, I just don't understand.
That's an. I don't
it
think they can. That's an
functions.
insane lineup. That's Jabari at the 2.
Yeah,
Smoot brings up Dorian Finney-Smith. He can kind of slot
he's
in.
hurt.
Kind of in there.
He's still
hurt.
banged up.
Dub would guard KD, and I really want to see that opening night.
Yeah.
Just personally, I want to watch that.
Agreed. That'll be fun.
If Dub can't
Agreed.
start opening night, do we all think Case and Wallace gets
Yep.
a spot in his place?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They just go kind of smaller.
Or Aaron, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm excited to watch Case and play. I think he's going to be so freaking good.
I do too. And I think they like Aaron Wiggins scoring punch off the bench, like we talked about with Wiggins in his preseason.
I'm excited to do bets. I've got some fun bets.
Me too.
Yes,
I do too. We're all cooking them up.
When
I
are
don't,
they?
I don't have any bets so far.
What are
You'll
they?
you'll
No,
find out on
when
Thursday.
are they?
Oh,
When are we
We
doing?
typically do bets in that like week and a half between the end of the preseason and the start of the regular season.
Well, it's
I need
coming
to
up pretty
revisit
quick, brother.
what my
Yep.
payoffs. I don't know what my.
Yeah, we're
payouts
not good at
are.
the payoffs.
I need to like see
We
what
gotta
I
get-
owe people.
Every time the payoffs are like, I
Take a
I
charge.
guarantee you,
Paycom
go
Center.
back and watch the last 4 years, the episode of the bets. And the first time Nick makes a bet, I guarantee you, he says, how about a Jimmy Jones sandwich?
Yeah,
I
Yes.
guarantee you.
we have to. The
The
payoffs.
meat slides right out.
We have to. It does, dude. That's my biggest complaint. with
Hey,
Jimmy
they
Jones.
have new sandwiches now. It's very different.
Oh, do they?
toasted.
We
Yeah.
need
My-
a Jimmy Jones sponsor.
We have
Hey,
to
toast those
chill.
buns.
We have to chill on the public embarrassment ones because they don't get paid off all the
By
time.
some of
Yeah.
us.
It's not my
Not-
fault. I always win them.
Like,
you guys
hey,
don't
go
pay them
stand
off.
outside and piss on the fire hydrant.
I simply asked you to take charges and pay calm like Jay will, and you didn't do it. I simply
I
asked
ran a
Lane.
mile in jorts. Thank you.
That's right.
I've done the only bet
No,
I've ever
you-
lost. I've done.
Only
Except
bet I've ever
rapping,
lost. Get out of
doing
here.
a freestyle over the
Yeah.
uncontested intro, which did not happen.
We,
So
we
I
had
thought
a
I
we
would
had a
lose.
compromise, and I did it.
We got to
Oh,
not do
yeah.
public embarrassment. We got to tone down the food bets.
But
Every
I have
bet
some
is
good
like,
ones.
I know. I
you
have.
want, you want a Jimmy Jones sandwich? You want a Jersey Mike sandwich?
You want 20
Yes.
chicken
want-
nuggets?
I'm
You
gonna
want
throw
to-
Firehouse in there this year and just get all the sandwiches.
I feel like I have to wear like a mask or clown makeup.
Yeah,
or
you have to
something
do a
over it.
pod
Something
and a
with it.
Spider-Man mask, I think.
Do I?
Yeah.
Who made up that?
Remember
Oh,
that
I forgot
time?
about
I think that
Taylor
was
had
your
the-
idea.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was. You remember that time Taylor ate a whole rotisserie chicken on the pod?
See, that was
So
that
good.
was
Great.
awesome.
That was
Silva
I-
did one
I- I
I had,
did
blindfolded.
too.
I had a kid walk in my class the other day, which is a whole rotisserie chicken and a fork.
Well,
Just
the
started
worst
going
part
to
about
work.
Taylor's chicken was that like
We heard
he
it.
wasn't
The
he wasn't
ASMR.
self-aware enough to realize that like his nasty fingers that were covered in chicken
Always.
juice. He was like
They were,
putting
like,
them
right
in
here.
the camera in between bites, and I'm like, brother,
He's like
Put
That's what the
those
people
Denethor
came
down.
for.
Yeah.
He was like Denethor in Return
People
of the
came
King.
for.
Yeah, I did do a podcast blindfolded with the eyes drawn on the blindfold.
That was pretty great.
The
I
only
enjoyed
two-
that show.
The only two. So I have some bets. The
We
only
have a
two
list. We
Bet,
have a
Brother.
list.
brother,
I
it's
have a
not the
list
bets
somewhere.
pod. We don't want to hear your bets yet.
the only two payoffs.
We don't
that
want
I
to
have,
hear him
though,
yet.
Are embarrassing ones. I need to be able to use them. They're great.
Oh my gosh.
They're so good when you guys
JD,
lose.
will you hit us with the sounder before we leave?
A sounder?
Yeah, just choose 3.
Sounder?
Okay.
Big
The
boys.
doo-doo boys.
The doo-doo boys.
I want to call him Dump Truck Dukas.
R.I.P.
I know.
Cream cheese in the chat from George.
Classic. Oh,
Thanks for listening to
No
the
Taylor one.
podcast. We'll be back with you guys again
Vegas.
later in the week after another preseason game or two. Maybe eventually we'll see some of the starters. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome back to NBA basketball. Glad it's here. Thunder play on an app that doesn't work. Meanwhile, the trash tier Lakers get the ESPN game. Have a great week. We'll talk to you later. Thunder up.